Okay, we're going to go over the what, why, and how of the next play mentality. Some people refer to it as two to give. So the next play mentality or the two to give mentality. So what is it? We want to again define it, soundbite it, visualize it. So when we define it, we want to do the next most important thing. If we make an error, if we have a bad shift, if we make any kind of mistake, we want to do the next most important thing. Get back in the present, reset, and just move on. We don't want small things to become big things. So our soundbite, again, two to give. And we'll talk about why it's called that in the next slide. And then we want to visualize kind of what that concept means. And there's a little bit here from Brett Ledbetter and Billy Donovan at What Drives Winning conference that kind of sums it up for guys.
Story. So Billy had a player who went 2 for 11 and played 38 minutes. And this player got totally down on himself when he wasn't playing good. So 2 for 11 is not very good. So Billy walked in and he asked the player, how many shots did you miss last night? This was the next day. The player says 9. How long does it take for you to shoot a shot? The player was a little confused. He said about a second. How many minutes did you play? The player says 38. So let me get this straight. You allowed 9 seconds to affect the rest of the 37 minutes and 51 seconds you played. And that was all he had to say. And I think that that would be a way story. So Billy had a
Okay, so again, why is that important? We just watched that clip, kind of articulates a perspective that you'd want players to understand. We don't want the minority part of a game, a couple errors, a couple turnovers, a couple mistakes, a couple bad shifts to affect the majority, the rest of the game. If a player gets 20 minutes a night and, like he said, he makes 6 seconds worth of mistakes, we don't want that to affect 20 minutes of play. So this two to give mentality, also what we call the next play mentality. We call it two to give. Comes from Daryl Belfry's book. The best players in the NHL are executing right at around 8 out of 10 success rate on most nights. So if they're operating at 80% and they have, quote, 2 mistakes to give, then why would you expect perfection from yourself as a youth hockey player, a junior hockey player, a college hockey player, whatever level you're at, if the best in the world are only executing 8 out of 10 times? So if you want to kind of take that down to your level, if the best in the NHL are 8 out of 10, maybe the best in, tier 2 junior hockey, division 3 college hockey, division 1 college hockey even, maybe that becomes 7 out of 10, 6 out of 10. So understanding perspective on how the best players are operating and then kind of how you should adjust the expectations for yourself so they're not unsustainable, unreasonable, or unattainable to achieve. So that's our two to give mentality or our next play mentality, whatever verbiage you want to use. But that's what it means to us. And then how to apply. So, like the video talked about, you want to gain perspective. You want to understand that you're not going to be perfect, like we talked about. Commit to not letting a small play affect the rest of your game. Track your own puck success rates and understand the trends. Like, are you trending up? Are you trending down? Are your puck success rates going up? Are you going at the beginning of the year, you were 4 out of 10. Now you're at a 6 out of 10 and it's the middle of the year. You're trending up. So we're looking for progress, not perfection, especially in terms of player development. If you're trying to get better, understand that you're not going to play perfect games and it's only going to make you worse if you don't understand what success looks like for the best in the world, and then what should success look like for you.